The National Hockey League on Sportsnet presents the Stanley Cup Final.
It's a big game. Everybody knows that. I know that. Anytime the cup's in the building, you're playing, it's a good sign.
We have to treat this as a Game 7. It's going to be a big test for us, and we're all ready for it.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans in the United States and Newfoundland.
This is Hockey Night in Canada on Sportsnet.
You want action? We've got action for you here tonight.
He's got a step. He's in. Scores!
Absolutely amazing.
Welcome to the Stanley Cup Final on Sportsnet, presented by Instacart, groceries that over-deliver. Fleetwood Mac and the Chain. As mentioned, all 5 members of the band get a writing credit. Stevie Nicks did write the lyrics to the song. We still hear you saying you would never break the chain. Game 6, for the first time the Stanley Cup is in the building. It's been 262 days since Sidney Crosby stepped on the ice in Sudbury for Kraft Hockeyville. It's been 153 days since Hockey Day in Canada in Canmore. 118 days since the Four Nations. And 60 days since the playoffs began on April the 19th. What a trek. Jennifer Botterill, Kelly Rudy, Kevin Bieksa, good evening. Welcome to Hockey Night in Canada. Game 6, David and Elliot. Why don't you start us off here?
All right, it's definitely been a long season, but the cup is in the building, and there's a certain level of excitement and anticipation here in South Florida. But Elliot, the Oilers say they're not going to be deterred. They, of course, eliminated Vegas and Dallas on the road. They won Game 4 here on the road. Still, there are some lineup changes tonight.
Yes, of course, Stuart Skinner is starting in goal. That's the one I think a lot of us were expecting. They've made one change on the blue line. Klingberg back in for Stetcher, and they've made one change up front. Kapanen back in for Arvidsson, and Kapanen and Evander Kane are getting moved back up. Those 2 players, Edmonton's 2 lead dogs. At 5-on-5, they've been outscored with both of them on the ice. They've been outscored with either one of them on the ice. It's not all them on them. Bobrovsky's been great. Florida's a great defensive team. But you definitely have a feeling if this series is going to go back to the Alberta capital, that is going to have to change tonight.
Absolutely. And the red-hot Sam Reinhart's been lighting it up. Goals in the last 3 games. Of course, he had the series-clinching goal in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final a year ago, and he is standing by with Arjen Principe.
Sam, a chance to win the Stanley Cup tonight. What kind of thoughts go through your mind with that opportunity ahead?
We've been here before. We know what's at stake. You know, it's easy to get ahead of yourself, know what could be at the end. Just got to play a game, you know, have a good start and get off with a good jump early and like our chances.
As someone who's a veteran and a cup winner, what's your sense of how the team is feeling going into this opportunity?
It's good. It's just there's one game up for grabs today. We know that. So we got to play our game, same intensity, and the start's going to be important.
Sam, thank you.
Thank you.
So, Kevin, you're older and wiser. Happy birthday yesterday.
First of all, great visual of Connor and Leon together, tight in the dressing room, showing that they're together tonight, they're going to do it together. But the strategy of the game for the Edmonton Oilers can be condensed into one quote by the great John Tortorella. He likes to say, safe as death. I'm going to slightly modify it and tailor it to this series. The boards are death. That's the strategy for the Oilers. The Florida Panthers love the boards. They're big, they're nasty, they're good on the wall. So all these plays that go up the wall are gonna turn into this, a dog's breakfast. Nothing there, play up the wall there, icing, back in their zone. You can see Connor flying the zone. You can see the hesitation to fire that puck up there and to try to make a play through the neutral zone. And again, right here, goalie plays it along the wall. Here comes the pressure, here comes the dog's breakfast, nothing happening. So a couple plays like right here, you'll see it, and they start to do this in the third, forcing plays through the middle, trusting their skill, and they allow their speed to take over. This pass to the middle to Connor Brown. Now this is where the Oilers are at their strength. Flying through the neutral zone, making plays, hitting the defenseman on the late, right? That's how they're gonna create offense, but they need to start like this. They can't do this in the third when they're down 2-3 goals.
Well, Kevin, if we look further at the Oilers' decision in terms of goaltending and starting Stuart Skinner, and Cal, I feel like there are so many reasons for him to play with a high level of confidence. Even if you think about when he played in Game 4, the first period, a number of great saves, but his team needed a wake-up call. I feel like Stuart Skinner, he's got excellent numbers when he was in elimination games in the Stanley Cup Final last year, and he does have the support from his teammates. He said he's feeling good coming into tonight's game, as he should. And he also said his approach is always about moving forward and being ready for the next game, the next moment. Well, Cal, it's a big moment for him right now.
All eyes on him, too. He knows it, too. It's not an easy position in the Canadian market, but we know what he's capable of. And I think most importantly, I think I know how hard he's worked at the mental aspect of this game in that position.
Roberto Luongo has a role to play. That'll be coming up here in just a minute. So does Phil Pritchard, potentially. Phil's getting set by polishing up Lord Stanley's mug right now. Meanwhile, the Oilers, they know the drill. A celebration in South Florida for the second year in a row. That celebration is the Oilers to Knicks.
The Big Check event is on now at Sport Check. From June 5th to 18th, shop savings up to 60% off. Find amazing deals on golf, bikes, shoes, and more. See in-store or sportcheck.ca for more details.
To build a truck like no other, we ask the tough questions. Like, what if intelligent power could take you further? Because greatness comes from daring to ask, what if? Get 0% APR and a $3,000 rebate on this F-150.
Forget snacks and drinks? Both can be delivered on Skip.
Sometimes it pays to be a bad fan. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction.
Maybe I could. Yeah, I'll just ask. Wondering if Ozempic is right for you? Just ask your doctor or visit ozempic.ca.
Search spy movies.
Rogers Xfinity is here with the next generation of streaming. Now Keanu can spend more time watching all his TV.
Yes! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on!
All his streams.
What? You're so cute.
Even the shows Keanu can't help but love.
My list.
The best entertainment experience is here with Rogers Xfinity.
Everything in our collection represents a great deal we found on Skyscanner. This is from Barcelona, Norway, Windsor, England.
Also travels a lot.
We even got 2 matching tattoos.
They say we got a great deal on tickets to Bangkok.
I thought it said love is eternal.
How do we find the best travel deals?
Skyscanner. Skyscanner searches all our favorite travel sites in one place.
You are a travel deal goddess.
I'm nothing without Skyscanner.
It's true.
All you can eat.
All you can eat! All you can eat! All you can eat!
Learn to recognize the signs of wingsanity. All you can eat wings, only at St. Louis.
It's where the heat
Holy cow! There it is right there!
is measured in miles per hour.
Sportsnet.
Home of the Blue Jays.
Versus Ignacio Bahamonde, live on Sportsnet.
This period brought to you by Scotiabank. This Stanley Cup Final, Scotiabank is banking on the Oilers.
Postcards from the edge. The two cities here, Florida and Edmonton, getting ready for Game 6. You didn't come this far to only go this far. That's what they're saying in the capital of Alberta. Jennifer, closing thought.
Well, Connor McDavid said the Panthers don't make it easy on you, but this Edmonton Oilers team has been all about responding to adversity. Connor McDavid is the best in NHL history when playing in elimination games. He averages 1.64 points per game in that situation, and Cal, he and Draisaitl are looking very ready for Game 6.
Yeah, they sure were in that dressing room shot. Draisaitl said this morning they haven't seen the best of the Oilers yet. I expect that to happen. Most importantly, score that first goal, even perhaps the first 2 of the game, put Florida back on their heels, because Florida's home record is only 5-4.
Florida is not changing the way they play. They've been to 3 finals in a row, arguably the most consistent team in the NHL in the last 20 years. Bobrovsky's going to be amazing. The way the Oilers win this game is by outskilling him and outspeeding him. Give me Connor Leon early. Give me Kane. Give me Nuge. Give me Bouchard. Give me all their big guns early. Win or lose with your big dogs tonight.
Once again, Chris Cuthbert, Craig Simpson putting on their headphones right now. The next voice you hear will be Gene Principe's. Game 6. Enjoy.
Well, welcome into Emirates Bank Arena, the complete
destruction of something is the definition of elimination. And that's exactly where the Edmonton Oilers find themselves tonight. Elimination is on the table if they are not victorious against the Florida Panthers. And they understand exactly where they are in this series. They've got veteran players who have been in this situation before. Adam Henrique, third Stanley Cup Final for him, and he said it perfectly. We have to deliver. And Kelly addressed it just a short time ago. We still haven't seen our best from one of the best, and tonight would be a great time to show it. If Leon, Adam, and company are able to deliver their best tonight, the series is going back to Alberta. If they're not, then the Stanley Cup has arrived in this building, and it may stay in the building and South Florida for a second straight year. Which will happen? Find out. Stay tuned. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final.
Please turn your attention to the ice and welcome tonight's hero among us. 98-year-old World War II veteran, Private Herbert Schwartz, United States Army Air Corps. Thank you for your service and dedication to our country. Please rise and remove your caps for the performance of our national anthems. Signed tonight by Florida resident and deaf performer with PXP, John Paul Javier. Here to perform O Canada and the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome Matthew Bischoff.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see their eyes, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You can feel the anticipation here. The cup in the building where it was presented 51 weeks ago and backed by popular demand. Roberto Luongo, who drummed up a Game 7 win on that historic night last June. Panthers trying to make the beat go on for a second consecutive cup win. Oilers a win away from dragging the series back to Alberta. Game 6 from Sunrise. There's Stuart Skinner, pulled in games 3 and 4. Returns tonight, last year facing elimination. 3-1, a 176 goals against average. 935 save percentage. Sergei Bobrovsky posted his 60th playoff win in Game 5. Tonight he looks for his 50th postseason victory as a Panther. Well, we go on the limit, or does the cup stop here? Underway, game number 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Seth Jones and Barkov out there along with Reinhart and Verhaeghe against Connor McDavid and company.
Well, it feels like a different game, doesn't it? You come back here for games 3 and 4, but this one is different with the energy in the crowd, this crowd anticipating what might happen. I love the fact that you got this matchup again, and to start things off, it's Barkov against McDavid. I think we'll see an awful lot of that as this game goes along.